More than a year after Mafab Communications was announced as one of the winners of Nigeria's 5G license auction, the company is yet to hit the streets with its service. This despite several launch programs in Abuja and Lagos organized in January, where it promised to be in the market within weeks. Apart from releasing a brand logo and announcing a number plan 0801, the company has yet to roll out its service as Thursday, May 4th. Take a look at the timeline for Nigeria's 5G journey as far as the players in the sector are concerned. So, December 2021, MTN Mafab win a 3.5 gigahertz spectrum auction. Mafab was given until February the 24th of the following year, and there's an extension to pay the $273 million fee. The NCC, the Communications Commission, issued letters stating the winners of the licensees, of course, as of May 26, 2022. The 5G rollout was set for August. MTN launched its 5G service in August. Mafab extended it until January of 2023. Airtel, of course, then won a spectrum bid in December 2022. So, what's going on? All right, it's Business Analyst Chika Mbonu joins us to ask all the tough questions, even though you don't work for Mafab, so I shouldn't be asking you. But good morning, sir. You're very welcome.
Morning.
Yes.
I mean, in telecommunication, 5G represents the fifth generation, cellular network.
Yes.
And I'm emphasizing the fifth generation there, because of the journey Nigeria has gone through.
Yeah.
You're still a young man. I don't know whether you know this, but there was a time in Nigeria when having a mobile phone was a status symbol.
Wow.
I will give you my not 9 not. It used to be like that.
Yes.
And even despite the coverage now, I remember when I was a young banker, I was in Aba. We promised the bank I was working. We promised them online real time, and then there was no network. So we enter the car, be driving along the road with the phone in our ear. When we hear bomb, that means that the network will stop here. Stop.
So you can use the phone.
And so use the phone to call Lagos.
Yeah.
And then I remember during the Christmas when most of us go home. I'm from Olo in Imo State. Suddenly there's a massive local government area, but there's one place all of us gather in the morning.
Okay.
So that's the only place we had a network.
Yeah.
And everybody, so boy, he came back, and that's how we're gonna know that. But now every Tom, Dick, and Harry has a mobile phone.
Yeah.
So Nigeria has actually made a lot of progress in that area.
Yeah.
At the time I traveled to Egypt, and I was just wondering, Nigeria, when are we going to get to this stage? So 5G, fifth generation cellular network.
Yeah.
Started in 2019 for the world to replace the existing 4G, which is in most places in the country. And somebody will ask, why? What is this so much noise about 5G?
Yeah.
There's so much techie, buzzwords in technology, involved in this. But I will not, spend time on those big words.
Yeah.
But I just take on two. The one, it will be faster. Some people say it's going to be adding 100 times faster than the existing one.
Yes.
And you're going to have the bandwidth, larger bandwidth. And now the speed is important for anybody who downloading things in Nigeria. If they're downloading something in Nigeria and set it overnight to go to bed, when you wake up in the morning after how many hours, you just notice it's only at 30%.
Yeah.
With this 5G, it will be about 100 times faster, as we're told. And then also bandwidth. Sometimes when you go to a function, you find that where a lot of crowd are there, you won't be able to send messages or even data because the crowd is so much there. Because of the larger bandwidth we have in this 5G, in crowded places, now internet service qualities will be also over there.
Yeah.
The other things, that happen there, for the common man, they say parallel multiple services. A lot of times now when you're talking to people on the phone and say, check something I sent to you somewhere or check whatever, they say, I'll call you back.
Right. Yes, great point.
I'll call you back.
Yeah.
But with this 5G, you can do multiple services. You can have multiple screens while you're doing your service. Education will become easier.
Yes.
Education will become easier. A student sitting in any part of the world can now attend classes. During COVID, it happened.
Yeah.
But with even what we had now, but you're going to do sometimes. I can't hear you. What are you saying? Someone will be doing like this.
Yeah.
Even with the Zoom technology we have now, people, I can't hear you. Yeah. That's the number. But with the 5G, it will be much faster and easier. A student can go to anywhere. Medical treatment will be very become easier and frugal. A doctor can treat any patient located in the remote part of the world under 5G.
Yeah.
You know, you can imagine trying it now, doing surgery, and the doctor in London is cut that intestine, cut the small one, you know, and suddenly the network freezes as it does most times, and then they go and cut the wrong something.
Yeah.
Or you know, you have the security, the bomb they want to, you know, for security people also is very important.
Yeah.
You have a bomb you want to say, cut the red wire. What did you say? And the timer is going that. You go and cut the blue wire because but with the 5G it's much better. You know, monitoring will be easier. I talked about already.
Yeah.
A governmental organization and investigating officers can monitor any part of the world, possibly to reduce crime rate.
Yeah.
And also possible to locate and search for a missing person will be easier under this. And then for natural disasters, you know, we're lucky in this country, like flood and whatever, can be predicted easier with the 5G.
Chika, can you imagine if we had natural disasters in
Nigeria?
Oh.
But there are issues also with the 5G.
Yeah.
Remember, it's still a new technology. There are uncovered areas about it. The security issues people have raised and the technology issues. And look at Nigeria. You can have the best of things on the infrastructure that is very weak. There's no power. So the efficacy and the kind of speeds that we normally get from 5G may not get them because of the underlying infrastructure supporting the 5G. So that may cause a problem. One other thing that may happen downside is that most handsets will be, you know, may not qualify.
Right.
You know, so it's going to be expensive for a lot of people to migrate to 5G. You're going to be, you know.
Chika, we talked a lot about electronic banking. What about what 5G can do for the banking sector?
I mean, that's the speed is going to be more. You know, you're going to do a lot of banking. You know, like these days that things are hanging. And I tell people that when people are complaining, I say that the ATM that you see uses the SIM card.
Indeed.
So when you can't get through, no service, number not available. You know, I can call you here and I say it's not available. Same problem with the ATM. You know, unless of course one thing that's missing in Nigeria so far is the metropolitan, you know, fiber optic network. You know, to back up the microwave technology they have. That's why, as of now, the Glows and other companies can land the fiber optics lines on the sea cables at the seaside. But the quality, if you go to the seaside, the quality is the same speed you get in abroad.
Right.
But because they're going to use microwaves, you know, through the air to bring it to your homes, you know, you lose that speed. You know, so important supporting infrastructure is very important for this also.
You think that's going to be a priority for the next administration?
It's going to be very important. But let's talk about what's the name? Mafab.
Yeah.
You know, and when I must put it out there that when they were announced as one of the winners of the 5G auction, a lot of people were saying, "Who is that? Who is that?" You know, and but they were able to pay the $273 million.
Yep.
And they were asking, "Who are these people?" And we had only one name in front that time, and we didn't know much about the company. And they got an extension when you went through during the rundown.
Yep.
And they did a big launch in January.
That's correct.
In Abuja and Lagos. And then got a number 0810. Was still, I've not seen them anywhere. You know, I'm just hoping that we don't run into this kind of problems we have run with when we had a power privatization in Nigeria. A lot of people remember the issues. People didn't have the technical competence and people didn't have the finance to support it. One of the downside of the 5G is the infrastructure layout.
Right.
You know, we can understand it right on the back of MTN and Airtel. Yep. That first round, Airtel didn't win. You know, but now they've gotten the license now, the 5G license. So it's MTN, Airtel, and Mafab. So it relies a lot on the back of infrastructure. And wondering how Mafab is going to ride through that. Maybe partner with or any other company, but that has not happened. Yes. So we just hope that it will be that kind of situation where I believe and I hope that NCC did their proper due diligence on them to make sure they have the capability, the technical competence, and the backup funding to be able to do the rollout. Because they've asked for several extensions and still have not heard them what their plan is.
Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu. Chika, thank you so much for taking us through the benefits of 5G, and we hope to see more improvements as Nigeria moves forward. Thank you for your time.
Thanks a lot.